So right back where we started then. So now I think I need to turn right past at the old town hall. I think first I'm going to walk back into the town to get a drink. So I can see something that says booze up there, so I'm presuming they sell soft drinks as well. Unless this is a shop. What's this? Electronic cigarettes. Not interested in them. So yeah, so I go down there I think. But first I need a drink. Oh, there's a little here. Right, well the next instructions, it says turn right after the old town hall down Hunshelf Road. This is Fox Valley Way, but it leads on to Hunshelf Road. So, ooh, smelling Indian, that smells good. Rajasthan spice. Some more Pete McKee there. That's the third lot of his work that I've seen. Maybe he's from Stocksbridge. I'm not exactly sure where Hunshelf Road is. It's down here somewhere. Is it this? God knows. Time to check the map again. I want to see who this guy is. I need to get across the road and have a look at him. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Okay, that just looks like typical shopping centre. I'm not interested in that. It's pretty cool though, you probably can't see that on here. Right, Hunshelf Road. Oh, that's it, right up there to the left. So not the first right, as the map said. Well, I mean it is first right, but that wasn't Hunshelf Road. Hunshelf Road doesn't start at all up here. So at least we're on the right track. So I'm presuming this is the old steelworks. Some information about Samuel Fox. Arrived in Stocksbridge in 1492, starting a wire drawing works in a disused mill. The Paragon umbrella made Sammy's fortune and was the first modern umbrella. Who'd have thought it? First umbrella made here at Stocksbridge. This paid for the development of other products and processes, including steel for the railways. Stocksbridge grew as people moved here for work at the steelworks and other industries. At the start of the 21st century, the core of steelworks produces high quality steel for the aerospace industry in a town of 14,000. I was wondering what the population was. I had estimated 10,000, so I weren't far off. So I've still been used, still making steel. Now, it tells me to take my first left at the Lunchbox sandwich shop. Is there going to be a sandwich shop up here? Have I gone wrong again? There doesn't seem to be anything up there, and I think what's happened is that sandwich shop might have changed its name. And while I was gawping up at the steelworks, I think I might have missed the steps that I need to climb up. So yet again, I'm going back on myself, and hopefully down here on my left, as it is now, there will be some steps. Otherwise I'm climbing this hill again. Yep, so right while I was pointing my cam at the steelworks were these steps. So it's not Lunchbox sandwich shop anymore. It's called Samuel's Kitchen. So you need to turn left at Samuel's Kitchen, and about 50 yards up the road on the right hand side you come to these. Oh, he scared me to death. So I could have walked on there actually, but I wasn't to know that. Right, this is me. Uphill again. So I'm now on the Steel Valley Walk, which opened in 1990. And apparently during the summer you can spot cherry trees and other delicious fruits. It's the first one of them I've seen. Alright, which way do I go now? Oh. It does say to go left. It says alternatively for views over the town, take the path on the right, up the steps and to the left to rejoin lower path. Okay, let's try that then. So the map was right, the views are pretty impressive from up here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep going up or whether to rejoin the original path by going down there. I'm just going to take a breather and enjoy some of my Lidl special orange juice, 100% not from concentrate, £1 for a litre, and it's bloody lovely. Should have bought more of that. Well, that's a nice bench overlooking the whole of Stocksbridge. Oh, that's annoying, because it did say that the if I took the alternative path and then turned left, it would bring me out back on the actual path I wanted to be, which it does, but right back at the beginning, because I can see the path down there. So, oh, here we go. Now what? Where do I go now? Do I go down or do I go across? Well, luckily, unusually, Google Maps has found this walk, so I am on the right track, I think, and this should bring me out on P. Royd Lane. So just over to our right hand side is the Stocksbridge bypass, which I think caused a bit of controversy when they were building it. A lot of the local people didn't want it, and I'm sure there are stories that it's haunted and that people have seen ladies in white robes dancing. I'm sure that's a thing that I've heard. I will look it up on the internet and see if I can find anything to put into this video. Right, so it looks like this is going to be P. Royd Lane. So at P. Royd Lane, it tells me to cross over the road, head down the hill and go through the metal gate on your right. Steel Valley project. So let's have a look. Follow Steel Valley Walk. Yeah, just keep going. Nice. Seen quite a few of these. Pointless styles. See how they were bald and bankrupt and try and climb it. Well, when I was looking at the walks and trying to decide which ones to do, I was going to do one which was more in the countryside, and then I looked at this one, so I went for this one just because I thought it might have a bit of variation in it. But the thing that really swung it was, believe it or not, this. Now this might just look like any normal kind of path or cycling lane or whatever, but and in fact it is, but it's actually called Bramall Lane. believe it or not. This what I'm looking on now is Bramall Lane. Fortunately there wasn't a sign, I was hoping there'd be a sign. But yeah, up the blades. So I've just come out of Bramall Lane, took a left turn down Underbank Lane, and that's going to bring me back down to Manchester Road, where I do believe I crossed straight over, and it looks like there's a public footpath right there, so that's my next direction. So I'm guessing this was when the lockdown was happening and people were in their droves, were going out to the countryside and risking spikes in them areas, and all the locals obviously were not happy. Either that or it's just some miserable old git. Right, so the Underbank reservoir. Okay. There we go. Yep, it says cross the dam of the reservoir. Yes, that's what this is. All I need now is a bloody good bench. Just sit and chill out and watch this. No fishing in this one. I'll tell you something. If this reservoir ever breached the dam, is that the right phrase? Stocksbridge would be well and truly screwed. As would them cows down there. They'd be the first to go. Love the sound of water. It's one of the most calming sounds, I think. And it's just made me realise that I've not even seen the sea this year. I think the last time I was on the coast was Croatia. Bloody hell, yeah, that was December last year. Might go to Cleethorpes next week. From Croatia to Cleethorpes. Oh dear, what a life. So some information about the Underbank reservoir. Apparently it began construction in 1897, which meant that 3 farms, Burke's Hall, Dykestead Farm and Dam Stakes Farm, were lost under the waters of the reservoir. Samuel Fox opposed the damming of the Little Don River, since the Dale Dyke Dam in the Bradfield Valley burst in 1864, causing the Great Sheffield Flood. Objections were overruled and the reservoir was completed in 1907. Fellas. Gotta say, it feels amazing out here. The air's so cool and it smells amazing as well. Nice part of the walk this. So in a few minutes I should be coming to the to a leisure centre. This might be it on the left actually. That's where I leave the reservoir, and I'm hoping there's a toilet in there. Yeah, that looks like it. So they do have toilets, but you can't use them. Bubbles only. So I guess it's the families who are using the centre, and not just some random hippie walking in off the street. So, oh, sure I'll find a pub at some point. Right, so coming out of the leisure centre brings you out onto Oaks Lane, and it says to turn left and then to take the public footpath track on the right up to Windhall Farm. Well, there's a public footpath to my left, Can't spot one to my right yet. Well, not only does it say public footpath, but it even says Windhall Farm. Right, let's see what I'm looking for now. Right, well it says take the public footpath up to Windhall Farm on the right hand side, which I have done. Head across the moor, keeping the dry stone wall on your left. So that means I've got to be in that field. Am I allowed to go in here? Hi, am I okay to go across here? Alright, because I'm doing this like walk and it says take the public footpath to Windhall Farm, but it says to keep the dry stone wall on your left.
Oh, well it's a wrong description. This is the public footpath.
Yeah.
But the dry stone wall at the bottom half is on your right and then it's on both sides.
Right.
They've made a mistake.
I mean, to be honest, they've made a few. It took me a while.
Dear. Who's written it?
It's
Is it Walkers of Welcome?
no, I think it says Stone to Steel Valley Heritage Trail.
Oh, well anyway, it's wrong. No, it's straight up this track.
Right, and
Okay.
it says so I need to find a public footpath, take a right onto Peg Folly Lane.
Come straight through the yard.
Through up here, yeah?
Yeah, when you get to the yard, just go straight through. The block of buildings is to your left all the time.
Okay.
There's a gate that will be closed. You go through that top gate, and then you go across the stile, and then you keep going in more or less the same direction,
Okay.
and that will lead you to Pegfall or Pegfall.
Right, okay then, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've got Google Maps, so that should pick that up anyway, but yeah? Alright, well, thank you very much.
You got very lost.
Yeah.
Probably mobbed by sheep. They thought you got it.
Thank you.
Okay.
I didn't realise I was still filming all that. So yeah, apparently that's a load of nonsense. So I just need to keep going up here. And, well, did you hear that? You'd probably get mauled by sheep. Bloody hell. I thought it was just rampaging cows that I had to worry about, and chipping sheep now. Right, here goes then. Well, the instructions went a bit crazy there. Because where it were telling me to go, it was no public access. So, but I think I'm supposed to be finding Peg Folly Lane. I think that's just like a small footpath type thing, and then that leads you onto Long Lane. And I found Long Lane on Google Maps, and I think, well, I don't know actually, but I'm just going to follow this, and this will bring me to our road. Whether it'll be Long Lane or not, I don't know. Might need to go right up there. Right. This path apparently is going to bring me out on Long Lane, where I will be back on track. So, little wobble there through no fault of my own, as always. Stupid instructions. Don't know how much longer I've got left. Don't seem to be anywhere near Stocksbridge at the minute, so still quite a bit. So I'm on my way to Long Lane, and I just need to keep walking down here now until I get to New Hall Lane. But as the name suggests, this is a very long lane, so I could be on here for a while. Right, so I've reached the end of Long Lane. I've got onto New Hall Lane, which is all of this. Now it does say take a left down New Hall Lane just after you pass the poplars. I've no idea what the poplars is. There's nothing there. I mean, there's a house, but I couldn't see if it's got a name or anything. That doesn't look like a public footpath. Right, so it says take a left down New Hall Lane just after the poplars, whatever that is. Take a left down New Hall Lane, take the public footpath on the right. So I'm looking for a public footpath on my right. Yeah, it's interesting, some of the things that they put down as landmarks for you to look out for on these walks. I mean, we had the house, Ellie's house, whatever it was called. People don't know what that is. And I was asking that woman in the farm when the directions were telling me to go the wrong way, and I asked her, I needed to get onto like Nanny Hill Lane or whatever it was. Not Nanny Hill, Peg something or other. My nan was called Peg, that's why I'm getting the two confused. She didn't really seem to know what that is. And now it says turn left at the poplars. And what the hell the poplars is, I don't know. Alright, maybe this on the left hand side is a public footpath. Let's hope so. Oh, sorry, right hand side. It is. Public footpath. Windhall Farm. Does it mention that? Let's have a look. Take the public footpath on the right, head down this surfaced track past Windhall Farm. Take the public footpath on the left. So past the farm and then look for another public footpath. Oh, things for sale. Homemade preserves, plants, veg. No money though. Don't think we do contactless. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, this must be it. Public footpath on your left. That's very nice. So every time I go out on these walks, I always have random songs that stick in my head for some reason. Two that I've had today. For the first half of the walk was the theme tune to Popeye the Sailor Man. Where that came from, I don't know. But then for the second part of the walk, it's been the Four Tops, Reach Out, I'll Be There. So that's what's been playing. Oh, great. That's what's been playing through. Oh, that's not good. Playing through my mind for the past, what we're on now? 4.5, 5 hours. Getting longer, these walks. I think next week's walk is, hopefully, if it's a nice day, is going to be a special one. I'm going to go all out next week. I forgot the name of the place because I only, I looked it up yesterday. So obviously I've slept since then, even though it was only for about 3 hours. But it's the highest point in the Peak District, and it's where the protesters marched through the countryside many years ago to gain access to land. Someone will obviously someone might comment and tell me what it is, but that will take a train ride and a bus to get to the start of that, but that all depends on the weather. Right, where's this bringing me? Right, so this footpath put me out into Oxley Park, where it tells me to reach the path and turn left, so that was easy enough. And this park apparently is it's named after Thomas Oxley, who owned a large fruit farm and produced very tasty jam. and this became known as Oxley Park when he donated the land to the people of Stocksbridge. That was nice of him, wasn't it? Good old Tom. I can hear voices. There are ruffians in the woods. They're going to spot me and they're going to attack me and steal my GoPro. Hooligans in Oxley Park. The willow tit. Small bird that thinks it's a woodpecker in severe decline. Lost 94% of its population since the 1970s. So you've got these guys. Volunteer group, Stocksbridge Willow Tit Habitat Creation Project. So they make nesting sites. Just spotted one actually, but now I've lost it again. Let's see if we can spot one. So I've just come out of the woods. I think I'm back in Stocksbridge now, and you can tell it's different. Before I went into the woods, the people I was bumping into were kind of like hikers, you know, cyclists, and people who were obviously gone out to do some outdoor pursuits or activities. And they're all very friendly, and they do that thing that people do in the countryside, where they, you know, everyone says hello and nods at each other. Then you come out here, and it's very Yorkshire again. I've already had an ale and a howdo, and you're just back amongst people who just live here, so they're just out walking their dogs and stuff like that. Still very friendly, but just with a different accent. Well, I thought I'd done, but I got to the end of the Smith Road after I come out of the park, and that sent me back in up here, Viola Hill. Ready for a rest now. It keeps going on and on. Now I just looked because I'm on the last step now, and these are the last few orders, but the last thing says to get back to Stocksbridge, follow the instructions from step 5. So, what, all of them? Can't be far away now. So right up top there, been up there today. Some turn on here, but I think a couple of roads down is the actual main road, where I'll be amongst pubs. That's useful. Oh, back on another public footpath. I've been here before. Yep, so it appears I've come back on myself now. So this next section of the walk I've already done. It's a nice house. So this is going to take me back down to the main road in Stocksbridge, I think. I can't remember doing that, but yeah, back down here. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that's pretty much the end of the walk. This last bit is just going back on itself to take me back into Stocksbridge, where I'm going to find the first pub I come to, and I'm going to go to the bloody toilet, because having Sorg curry 2 nights in a row, the day before you go out for a walk, don't recommend that. But I'm all good anyway. I don't think it's far to the pub, unless I get lost, which is definitely not going to happen, because it's just basically straight down here. Look, clock again. What time was it? It was 2 o'clock when I was here last time. I thought I was halfway then. It's 5:05 now, and I'm still not done. So yeah, 12 o'clock I started, and it's just gone 5, so a good 5 hour, over 5 hours, that one. They are getting longer, these walks. I wasn't expecting it to be 5 hours, although to be fair, the first hour of it was me basically walking up and down Manchester Road trying to find this bloody Methodist church that doesn't no longer exist. No longer exist. So yeah, that's it for the walk now. All I've got to do is hope I can get myself to the pub before I have an accident. I'll be fine, hopefully. Right, so I'm back on Stocksbridge Main Street looking for a pub. It feels different now a bit later. It's lots of takeaways and stuff around here, vape shops and ice cream parlours. But I found a pub called the Friendship Pub, which is just here on my right hand side, so I thought with a name like Friendship it should be pretty friendly, so we will see. So I made it to the pub and I made it to the toilet in time. No disasters occurred. So yeah, well, that one beer turned in very quickly into 4 beers. So I'm going to finish this and then try and make my way back to Sheffield. So now begins the journey home. I'm just leaving Stocksbridge now. I got off to a bad start, you know, but I've really enjoyed Stocksbridge, to be honest. It surprised me. I wasn't really expecting much from it, and my previous experience of Stocksbridge was not that great. So I was expecting it to be a bit rough around the edges. But I've just been I've had a few beers in the Friendship Pub, and the staff and the people that were in there were really friendly and very nice. And it's made me warm to old Stocksbridge. I wouldn't want to come and live here because it's a little bit far. Oh, look at that. That's not the church that I was looking for, really. So yeah, get out in Stocksbridge.